because if this is not the most anti-Smash conversation.
It depends on the circles you're in. It depends the circles you're in.
It depends on your circles, man. I'll say this. All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome to How to Nerd into the Nerdverse, where fandom knows no bounds. I am one of the hosts, Brennon Edwards. Cleo is not able to be here today, but we will see him soon. We know we miss him, we love him, we give him all the shout outs. But it's not he ain't gonna be missed today because we got two absolutely wonderful people here that I'm really excited. We're gonna start off with you, Miss Vanessa. Vanessa Graddick. She's a comedian, actor, writer, producer, which means she does everything and she does it well. How you doing, Vanessa? Welcome to the space.
I'm good. All them titles just mean that I need to pay this rent by any means necessary. So whatever you need me to do, I got it.
You do hair too, right?
Yep, I will do some hair. You need some box braids, a little press and curl.
I don't know why I said the hair thing. And then Demetrius Holt, who's the founder of Blurred and Powerful, creates animated PSAs for Black youth. He produces award-winning content, including a Juneteenth documentary, which I want to hear more about. Known as Black He-Man, he works with companies like Mattel and DC Comics to uplift the Blurred community. An inspiration, if any. What's up, bro? How's it going? Welcome to the space.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you all extending the invitation.
Yeah, man, we out here. Super side note is the woman who founded, or one of the founders of Juneteenth, you have to know who she is. She lives in Texas. And she's like I forget her name, but I got this close to getting a film with her one time. And I was so excited about it because she was the person that's been pushing it for like 50 years or something like that.
Yeah, my first exposure to Juneteenth was my grandmother in Polk City, Florida, back in 1996. I believe she did like a picnic that was, a cookout.
I was like, a picnic? I was gonna go into the Juneteenth conversation.
No. It was a Freedom Day Juneteenth celebration back then, and that was the first I'd have heard of it. And my family is the super Black Million Man March, Prince Hall Masons, that type of deal. You know what I mean? Like that's where I come from. So the whole Juneteenth thing was kind of like a legacy thing for me to do.
Okay, I'm with that. Well,
we were super Black and did Juneteenth. We did all the Black shit just to prove that we were Black because we were in Minnesota. So we celebrated Kwanzaa way too long. Everybody had to go to a HBCU. We had Africa Day at church for no reason. Why did I have a dashiki when I was 7? It didn't make sense. I had never been to Africa.
Representation matters.
That's the only answer to that. Representation matters.
We did it all.
That's what's up. Well, it's funny you guys talked about a freedom food gathering or something. I was just saying, what was the other word you used instead of picnic? Because that was hilarious.
Freedom
cookout. A cookout.
A cookout. So speaking of cookouts, we talking about food today, fictional food and drinks specifically, which I'm really excited about because sometimes it just be looking too good, and it does, man. We don't get into that. Like we have a wonderful producer named Hippie Goals who is the one who puts all these episodes together. And in like looking at this ahead of time, there was one particular thing I wanted to make sure was on here that I didn't even have to say anything to her about because it was already there. And we're going to get into it, but it's been a problem for me for a while of like how ridiculous the things that can be consumed on this particular area looks. I'm being vague on purpose because we're going to get there, but I'm just very excited about today.
Okay.
I love fictional food because I feel like it almost always is better than the real thing. That was a really good lead up because the first thing that I want to ask you is if you had to survive for a year only eating foods from one fictional universe, which one would you choose? I'm gonna go last, but that's what I was leading up into. So we're gonna go with Vanessa. What you got?
Okay, well, here's my question. Just a counter question.
Always problems with that.
How does it affect me? Like I already got the pressure. I'm on amlodipine. I don't need cholesterol.
All right. So my answer to that is it will affect you the same way it affects the characters in that universe.
So it doesn't
at all.
Well, I don't know the universe you're talking about. Like, you could be talking about the clumps. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what universe we're in, so it could be whatever you want it to be.
Okay. So my health is not at risk. Then I would say, you know what? Because I'm a whole fat ass. I would say I'd have to go with what is it, Princess and the Frog? So I could eat New Orleans food all day long.
Wait, so does that mean you're taking the whole Disney universe or just the Princess and the Frog like energy from that movie? Because
what's the question? Because if you're giving me the whole Disney, I'll take it. I thought I could only get one.
It said the whole entire food universe. So the Disney is all one universe. So you start from one fictional universe. I feel like that's the universe. So I think
then shit, I'm grubbing. If I get all of Disney, my guy.
Right. Hold on. That I'm not sure if that's fair because you say a whole universe of Disney. That means that you're saying the whole universe of anime. You know what I mean?
Not all anime.
I think one specific story.
Okay, you're right. I think I was making it too broad. You're right. So
one specific storyline, and I say I'm going to rock with the Black people. I'm gonna go to New Orleans. And I'm gonna eat.
You staying right on brand. Like, I'm from Minnesota. We celebrated too hard, and the food I'm gonna get is the. I'm
going with the gully talking, can't understand what they saying, rocks in their mouth, Blacks to making my food. That's what I want.
I'm not against it. All right, well, Demetrius?
I'm in the middle of a Naruto rewatch right now. So Ichiraku Ramen is what I gotta go with. It looks good. It's animated as fuck, but what can I do?
All right, so look.
Throw some tonkatsu broth in there.
I'm gonna say is that this is you're gonna based upon what I said earlier before we started filming, we started talking about nerd stuff a little bit, and I put on blast that I'm a huge anime fan, which is the truth. But there is one huge like spot on my anime resume, and that is Naruto. And the reason for it, there's a reason. I know. I'm aware. Everybody,
you don't know what's coming from my mind right now. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, the reason is because when I first started getting into anime, I started watching Bleach. And then my friend was watching Naruto at the same time. And my friend was so insufferable about Naruto and just every single day telling me how it was better and there was no comparison, even though he had never seen the show that I was watching. I was like, I'm dedicating myself to never watching this show now because you won't shut up. And so my pettiness, as well as his insufferableness, made it so that I was not able to consume Naruto at the appropriate time. I have now since watched some Naruto, but if you start watching Naruto after you already seen all the stuff that's out now from the beginning without the nostalgia space of it, it's a lot harder to get through. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a lot harder to get through. So that's where I'm at with that. So I can't relate to the ramen, but I want to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get.
All right, so this is the thing. Like I decided to do at the beginning of the year, I decided to do a rewatch of not only Naruto but also Dragon Ball Z. I've been going 10 episodes each anime and bouncing between the two so I don't get like tired of it and I can just like get through it.
Yeah.
My 5-year-old son started watching the Boo Saga with me and I've been stunted on watching that because he's interested in seeing what happens with Trunks and Goten because they're his age or at least they're young or whatever, right? So I'm in the Boo Saga. They're about to learn how to do the fusion. I got to that episode almost a month ago, and since then we've gone to BlurredCon, and it's been hectic. But going back and watching Naruto, and now that I'm in Shippuden, I'm on episode 244 Shippuden, and rewatching this stuff as an adult with kids now, and or at least with a child, and knowing what kind of life experience you would need to have in order to write a story like this, and then just to disseminate it to folks, it's a lot. There's a lot of life lessons that people don't pick up in anime, and they just pick up all the wrong things. So I'm rewatching everything as an adult nerd, as a 40-year-old, and thinking like, damn, like that was a lesson. Y'all didn't catch it.
Naruto Shippuden is the second thing though, right? Because at first it's just Naruto, then it's Naruto Shippuden. So what I said, I've watched like 40 episodes of Naruto, and that just moves slow. That's why I don't care what anybody tells me, that moves slow. That's where I'm at. But to get back to it, so I'm gonna answer the question too. So I just want to let you know I don't know the ramen as well as you do. But my question is, my answer is the Studio Ghibli food. Like if in specific, like what's the Spirited Away? You tell me you didn't think that food that turned the parents into the pigs didn't go crazy? Like an entire festival of just delicious looking, like steamy, happy, awesome food. No,
I'm a battle anime kind of guy. So watching anything with Studio Ghibli, I was like, is it over yet?
Wait, so you?
Vanessa, I watched it. I watched it,
Vanessa?
No.
Okay.
No, you see, I watched it because I was trying to smash a chick at one point, but
That means you didn't watch it. That means you was focused on something else, my brother. Like, hey, let's watch this thing here.
Hey,
You said that you
wanted
was
to show it.
smash.
She wanted to show it to me.
Because you were trying to smash. Because if this is not the most anti-smash conversation,
It depends on the circles you're in. It depends the circles you're in.
It depends on your circles, man. I'll say this. There's certain people.
I'm texting Hippie like, these two have actually had sex before. This is crazy.
The hate is so real.
Look. All that I can say is I've been doing the anime thing since I used to sell Dragon Ball Z VHS dub tapes that I got off eBay.
You had the Dragons nylon shirts, didn't you?
Oh, I know. I got the Spider-Man.
You were that guy in high school?
Yeah.
You were that guy?
But see, no, I was that guy, but then I was also on the football team, and I was also on the debate team, and I was also in the ROTC,
Okay,
and I could fight.
You were that guy. Oh man,
So
that is hilarious.
play. But no, like I've been watching this since Ninja Scroll was like at Blockbuster. So it has not inhibited any of my endeavors when it comes to the opposite.
I see. Listen,
Reaches for drink. Like, do you guys? Sounds interesting. All right, but let me highlight some of these legendary fictional food spots because we put together a pretty interesting list.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's a lot on here that's worth mentioning. Like for me, obviously the Krabby Patty, it was definitely a conversation. It's like the way that Squidward lost his mind when he had his first Krabby Patty is exceptionally convincing. Yes. Y'all see, thank you. You seen that? All right, good. So yeah, so when he took the morsel of that, I was just like, oh my God.
I'm pulling up so I can look at it close.
Right. And the Krusty Krab pizza went hard too. So I'm just saying, throw that out there. I had no interest in the Krusty Burger. I don't even know why this made the list.
It just looked like they were dirty.
They did.
The whole restaurant looked like I don't want to eat here. It didn't feel sanitary.
I'll say the Kronk spinach puffs. I don't know if anybody's seen Emperor's New Groove or not. That's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Kronk just makes me laugh so much, and I'm sure the spinach puffs went crazy. Let's see what else we got there. I also wondering the Breaking Bad chicken. What y'all know about the Breaking Bad chicken? Y'all seen Breaking Bad?
I'm trying the Breaking Bad chicken because that's my homeboy.
Gus Fring.
Yeah.
That was Gus's thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just like hip hop chicken. Spring a little of that crack on top of it.
Oh, definitely.
And we gotta say Martin's Mama's biscuits. Like that was part of my childhood. Part of my childhood. Pizza Planet. You know what I'm saying? I never felt any energy towards. I don't even remember them eating pizza at Pizza Planet on Toy Story. To be honest, I don't
think they did. I don't think they did.
And this is Limba's bread. I assume is Lord of the Rings. I've seen them, but I don't remember that part. Personally.
That's just not gonna make me excited.
It's not.
That little pita bread is not what's gonna get it for me.
And then Good Burger. I think I was curious about Good Burger back in the day. Like the food, they never really showed it, but I was just interested in like howling at the orange soda. You know,
I wanted to try it, but at the same time, same thing. They just seemed dirty. I don't feel like they cleaned up before they left.
All right, so with the Limba's bread, apparently what I'm being told is that one bite of it makes you full all day. Absolutely not. I enjoy eating. Like I enjoy the process of eating. Like that's like survival food. That's what that tells me. You know,
that means it's disgusting. It's like them
MREs.
What they call the military joints.
MREs.
Yeah,
yes.
Meals to eat.
I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm good on that too. That's
woo. I did want some Turtles pizza though.
They made that look good. I agree. They absolutely did make that look good. All right, so we on the food now. Oh, go on.
No, I heard too much about anchovies back then. Michelangelo was wilding.
But they weren't always having anchovies. Like I didn't like anchovies either, but they were putting stuff on pizza that just open you up to like, you know what? Pizza can be anything. We got
right.
And now
so
people
if that's
like pineapples, like
right, and pineapples should be on pizza.
Yes, they should.
Oh, we all are. I've never been in a conversation where everybody's on that.
Yo, this is the cool kids club. Chicken and pineapple all day, son.
Yeah.
I've never done the chicken, but I would mess with it. That sounds good to me. Like what kind of
pineapple? It's the It's still, you still do the marinara sauce because it's all juicy. It's all juicy. So
and it's that savory, sweet. If the pineapples are roasted, even better.
Yeah,
it goes down.
Some roasted tomatoes too.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Oh, you haven't had that?
You got me imagining. Wait, does anything not go on pizza for y'all? Like straight up, you're like, this shouldn't be here. Since you guys accept pineapple, I'm curious. You have anything that shouldn't be there?
I would think fish should be on there.
So anchovies. You stand by the anchovies, okay?
But are you saying just fish or seafood? Because I done had a seafood pizza that's delightful.
Anchovies. I can see some lobster meat and some crab meat on there. Okay, that. Gotcha.
But a lot of they made the pizzas look good, but a lot of those I wouldn't have, like granola and licorice, fudge and garlic that's not okay.
No.
Marshmallows on a pizza, I might think about.
Marshmallow and pepperoni?
But
marshmallows and pepperoni?
I said I'd think about it.
Okay. I'm just curious. Green with jealousy, peanut butter.
Peanut butter and clam, absolutely not. That's disgusting.
No. Peanut butter avocado with extra pickles. I'm good. Marshmallow and asparagus?
Ew.
No. Marshmallows don't really have a taste. That's why I'm not mad at them.
See, it's the texture that you can't rock with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you have like a rough texture of the bread with some juicing going on, whatever, and then you have like this fluffy thing just floating around on the backside of your palate. Come on now, that's just not right.
I do have a question for Hippie, because this last episode it just says the case of the hoe, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. Yo, so the point being is what Vanessa's talking about is we have a chat that our producer is able to give us some information that's going on. Like I said, her name is Hippie, and she sent us the things that we were just referencing in there to talk about. And the last one says episode 51, case of the hoe. I was about to get there too, Vanessa. I'm like, so what kind of hoe are we talking about?
What year was this? I don't remember that version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's hilarious. Case of the hot kimono.
We don't care. It's the case of
the hoe.
Case of the hoe. It's just a picture of April up front. It's like, wait, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's bad. Not doing
That's hilarious.
All right, so we have to go. We're gonna move on to the next section, is the iconic fictional drinks. Because we did talk a little bit about them. I brought up the orange soda. But let's get into the types that are there. We got a whole list, of course, as well. Anybody see anything on this list that they feel inspired to talk on? Because there's a lot.
Yeah. So first thing is I see the Romulan Ale from Star Trek. I'm thinking that should be switched out with the blood wine from the Klingons.
Oh, the blood wine.
I get with that.
Yeah.
They hyped that up like damn, I want some blood wine. Like, what that's about?
Would anybody actually try booty sweat out of curiosity?
No.
Would you try the booty sweat?
No.
It's not good.
I'll say, okay, my question would be, I just want to ask this question to both of you guys. We did the fictional food from the universe, but has there ever been a fictional drink that you're like, I wish I could? I'll start. It's on here. Butterbeer. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I read all the books like 3 times. Like even watching the movies and everything like that. And even the way they describe it in the book is like you drink it, it warms your whole body, it makes you feel happy. And it's like it sounds like a better version of alcohol that doesn't have alcohol in it. You know, and I was just like it's like a sweet version of alcohol that actually just makes you happy and feel warm and good. And like if you're in a cold place, like I don't know, Minnesota or Michigan, butterbeer seems like it'll go crazy. So for me, and it's called butterbeer. Anything with butter on the front of it, like butter chicken, beer, like I'm all in for all of it. So that's the one for me. I'm all in on that. What y'all got?
I gotta say the blood wine from Star Trek. Like that's the first thing that came to mind when I saw this. I was like, damn, I want some of that.
Tell me about it. Describe for those who don't know.
Okay, so blood wine is a part of a lot of the rituals when it comes to like the Klingons and anything that they do. If it's celebrating, if it's killing, like they are breaking barrels of that out. And now that I say that, I'm thinking about One Piece. But yeah,
wait,
like
you seen all of One Piece?
Yes.
Please continue. I haven't seen it all.
That was a pandemic. That was a pandemic watch. You know, I was like, well, let me start from episode 1.
For those who don't know, like One Piece is comically long. Like comically.
Yeah.
So what, 1400 episodes right now?
But not the longest anime out there. No.
It's not. That's why I didn't say that. I didn't say it was the longest anime. I said it's comically long. it's for the popularity, because most anime that are longer than One Piece have just like a very small following, or I shouldn't say small, but a very reasonable amount of people watching it. Whereas One Piece, you know, they got to episode 1000, they're like, that's when it gets started. Like, that's what people tell you. That's what people say. Get to like episode 1000, that's when it really goes crazy. I'm like, do you understand how much time that is? That's literally like an entire week without sleep, bathroom breaks, or food.
I wanted to start watching it because I watched the live action version. And then when I saw all the episodes, I was like, nigga, no, I gotta go to work. I got shit to do with my life.
So I think we're in episode 1123 right now, before they took their break, because they're coming back, I think, in April or something like that. But no, it's honestly, when I first got started, we were in lockdown from COVID, and like my son was an infant, and it was just, okay, let me just have it on. And it was the first 500 episodes were dubbed. Once you get to like episode 25, you start understanding the audio language of One Piece, whereas audio cues, certain songs come on when you need to pay attention. You know what I mean? And then everything.
We said the same thing.
Right. There's no filler episode, because every single thing that happens matters to the story at one point in time, because you could be on episode 860 and then it'll refer to episode 425, you know, at one point. It just does that.
That feels overwhelming.
Listen, I have a hard enough time keeping up with season 26 of Mariska and them. I can't.
It's like, how do we, like I said, I'm 40, and like I don't know how old you all are, but we were watching Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful and all, and they were Victor Newman has been hanging around since 1974, if not earlier. You know what I mean? And we still watch those episodes day to day. How is this any different than
I tapped out. And we grew up, we started with them. Like, to come in when Young and the Restless came out and I was watching it with my great aunt, it wasn't a million episodes. I just got in where I fit in. Now, for me to say, today I'm going to start watching One Piece, the anxiety and overwhelming feeling, looking at how many episodes I would have to get through, because I'm a finisher. So I have to finish it. And that just seems like too much time.
You know whose fault that is? Netflix. Netflix cultivated the binging mentality for you. And it cultivated that mentality in all of us. So we grew up watching Power Rangers every day, or Ronin Warriors, or Sailor Moon, and we just took it whenever we could. Even if they restarted because they didn't have all the episodes, you know, dubbed in English yet, whatever, we still watched it day to day. We didn't have a DVR, we had a VCR, and then if you caught it, you caught it. So now my thing is just, if you just take it as like, oh, I've got 1,000 Saturdays, one episode, I could just watch one episode and then just move on, and I've got something to always watch.
1,000 Saturdays.
Thank you, number one. And number two, all I hear is your trauma talking.
Right.
That's all I heard was just like, man, I went through so much trauma because I missed certain episodes, because they trained us back in the day to only be able to watch one episode at a time at a specific time. And if you missed it, you missed it. That's it. Yeah, you missed it. So right now you over here like trying to give others your trauma that you have.
I'm just saying that if I want to talk to you, if I want to talk to you about trauma, I'll talk to you about LimeWire or Kaza. You know what I mean? Like I was
deep in LimeWire, bro. I was deep in LimeWire.
Right. Like if you didn't have the right number of C's or whatever, then you were just done.
You'd be there forever. Yeah,
so I can talk to you about trauma as far as trying to watch anime where y'all got, or we have.
No, watch anything.
Hold on, Vanessa. Max.
No, go. What were you saying? Finish your thought.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, you know, we have all these different portals to ingest what we love now, you know, with a certain type of ease. It's you should kind of like revel in it.
But I still watch shows that come out weekly. Like I'm still sitting here on Tuesday waiting for the next Paradise, shit like that. But it's the overwhelming amount. And you said it with ease. Like if you just do one Saturday for the next 1,000 Saturdays, even though there's another season coming out, that's more than 1,000 more Saturdays. I can't even commit to my relationship for guaranteed 1,000 more Saturdays. I love this nigga. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just saying, we just always have something to watch now. if you have something long to watch. Like you're never bored.
But you always have, but to your point, because there's so many things, there's always something to watch that doesn't have to take the next 3-4 years of my life.
And also we have choice now.
Yeah, there's always something to watch.
There wasn't choices
to
like
Tubi.
Yeah.
Right.
So
it was because it took me 8 months to watch 952 episodes of One Piece,
bro. You were getting it
to
in.
catch up. I mean, I didn't think that I was, BSing, but some of my friends are showing me that they
It's pandemic. It was pandemic though, different times.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I should have done that. Now I think I should have went through and watched all of Naruto. But either way. All right. Well, so I had a question about going back to the One Piece thing. What did y'all think? Or I don't know if you saw it or not, Vanessa. I have seen the live action One Piece.
Yeah, I saw live action. I haven't. That's why I was gonna watch the original.
Yeah.
But I'm good. I'm just gonna keep with
my. Did you like it then?
Yeah. I did. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It's not something that I would have typically watched, but I was in one of those lulls from my other shows.
Yep.
I was like, oh, let me check this out, and I was into it. But I didn't need 1,000 more episodes of it. I needed a weekend till something else dropped. Love is Blind was coming back.
Oh, hilarious!
But they're coming up with another type of animated series that restructures the pacing of the series. So, and it'll be on Netflix.
So wait, did you like the live action, Demetrius?
It was cool. Like, I am the guy that I compare things. I mean, I don't really compare things anymore. I just take it for what they are.
But didn't they do like 40 episodes in like 8 episodes or something like that, or 10 episodes?
Yeah, I don't care about adaptations. Like, that's where people have a lot of issues with, like, the MCU. Like, they were like, oh, it's not comic book accurate. I'm like, not everything can translate from page to screen accurately from like a 1-to-1 comparison. And besides, and if you were the one writing it, why aren't you writing it? Like, you talking all this shit, like, go do it, go make it. But honestly, like, adaptations don't bother me because they can either be better or they could be worse, but they are what they are. And trying to take it back to the source material all the time just does not make sense for this type of story you're telling.
I got that.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I'll say this, is that I felt that it was one of the strongest, if not the strongest versions of a live action adaptation for any anime ever. Because we can talk about Dragon Ball Revolution, we can talk about Attack on Titan. Like, you see, you see the pain on this man's face.
Did you see the Yu Yu Hakusho?
I did not. I purposely go out of my way not to see the live action adaptation.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad.
The only other one that really worked was Death Note, which was probably the most live action adaptation. I mean, when I say sort of worked, it wasn't good, but it was before this came out, what was better?
No, I just hate Death Note all the way through.
You hate? Okay, we're not having an anime conversation today, but we don't have
because look at the damage that it did. Look at the damage that it did. It created 4chan.
It did create 4chan. All right, so look, we're back to the iconic drinks. But what we want to get to, I was actually about to say, we did get through the drinks. The only thing I was going to say to Hippie on here is, how did orange soda not get on here? Like, because Kel loves his orange soda, and it was not by a brand; it was by that universe. Like that, but yeah, I want the squishy too.
She asked, "Did you want to drink from the actual Kool-Aid Man?" No.
Hippie asked us want to drink from the.
Those are his bodily fluids in there.
No, absolutely.
That lets you know. That lets you know what Hippie be thinking about in the middle of the night.
Now that makes me think Hippie wanted to drink from it. She's like, "Yeah, you guys want to do it too, right?" Like,
no,
here, bro. You watch.
Like, none of them sounded good to me except for the squishy, and the rest.
When you say it out loud, it doesn't sound good, but it does sound good. You know what I'm saying?
Then I fuck with the martini.
True.
And the cactus juice.
Asgardian Ale?
Huh?
I would fuck with that Asgardian Ale. From the Thor's.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
But since you're just a meager human, you'd be knocked the fuck out. Like,
I'm here for it. If I'm drinking alcohol and I'm not driving, then I'm down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. I want to see what a god feels like.
Wait, aren't you from the Midwest?
I am.
And you can't drink?
I didn't say I couldn't drink. I'm saying I want it. I want the smoke is what I'm saying.
Oh.
But I'm not a big drinker though. I'll say that. I've never been a big drinker. Never been my thing. I have definitely had my nights, but I'm not. Alcohol isn't normally my thing at all.
And see, and now I'm looking at that picture of the Kool-Aid Man, and the only thing I could think of if I'm drinking from him, the only thing I can hear him say is, "Oh yeah," and just a and just the nastiest tone, like this don't feel right.
You might change my mind. I might try it now. This here. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. All right, moving on. Imaginary table.
He's the guy that will talk you through it.
Just breathe through it. Breathe through it. It'll be okay. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh yeah.
You gotta pass the pain to the pleasure. Oh.
How do we get there? How do we cross that line? When did that happen?
The internet.
You did this, sir. This was you. Imaginary to edible is the next section. What we're going to talk about. We're going to be adults in this room. Damn it! These are fictional food and drinks that became real. Look, you still over there. You still on it. So, like I said, Butterbeer is an actual life, even though it's not even close. I did go to Universal Studios just to try it, and I'm just like, this tastes like it's actually pretty good. It tastes like butterscotch.
So how do you say it's not even close? It could be.
It didn't warm my body and my soul and make me happy. It just tasted like butterscotch drink.
You didn't have enough. That's what all drunks need. You needed more. You had to be drunk. You can't get a taste and have your body warm.
The way that it's described in the book is like as soon as it hits your lips. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. They have crusty burgers and flaming moes found at the Simpsons theme park area. The Nuka-Cola Quantum is created a limited edition soda for Fallout 4's release, which is something I would never drink. Nuka-Cola Quantum? Absolutely not. Blue and green milk. That's served. You don't want that?
No.
Blue and green milk?
It's served at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. It's a Disneyland drink, y'all.
I am lactose. I don't want regular milk.
It's a latte. You know what I'm saying? Pop the pill, enjoy the green and the blue milk.
No.
Romulan Ale was once sold as a blue energy drink at conventions. Absolutely not. But you know, energy drinks, whatever.
No, I just learned what was in Celsius this morning, and now I'm kind of disgusted. So
go ahead, educate us. No, educate us. What you got?
How did you learn? They're better than people.
But that's the thing, though. There's cyanide in them. You know, if you look at the back of the in the ingredients, it's the last ingredient. It is cyclocyanide on the can. It tells you right there.
Oops. Hold, please.
You know,
No, keep going.
You get a Celsius?
It didn't.
You want to get a Celsius? You said, "Oh, please, hold on. Let me see."
It didn't say at the top of the can contains zero juice. I'm like, fuck. Like, but it'll say mango passion. You know what I mean?
It's mango like.
Mango like. That's funny. But nah, like the whole like cyanide thing. It kind of got to me because then you can't get the. It's the last ingredient. Try to pronounce it.
I'll just say, a little cyanide ain't never hurt nobody. It'll help if somebody try and poison you. Because you'll have an immunity. That's why people take a little bit of snake venom every day.
This is famous last words. A little cyanide ain't never hurt nobody. Those are famous last words.
You know I'm old.
You're doing a grown person look right now. You know how you do it.
It's little. Do you know how little these words are? The light. I got the light.
I haven't hit that age yet. I'm looking forward to it though.
You know what?
I'm looking forward to it. I already got glasses. I'm the only one here with glasses on. Come on now. I've had these since I was.
The last ingredient is not cyanide.
What's it say?
Not cyanide.
Apple seeds contain a small amount of cyanide, by the way.
Yeah, apple seeds do. If you eat apple seeds.
I don't eat apple seeds.
But if you eat apples, because that was one of the episodes of, I think it was Elsbeth. Somebody killed somebody by grounding up a whole bunch of apples and they got caught because they were like, I was making apple pie. No, there's cyanide in them. But this is, I see what you're saying. It's cyanoacblatamine.
That doesn't sound like cyanide to me.
It's not cyanide. The first two letters are CY.
But then
it's the CY.
I could pull the video up now and just play it. And it basically the dude's like,
no, We don't trust videos with the deep fakes and everything else.
Oh no,
No.
it was a police officer giving a lesson in a classroom
How to
setting.
kill people?
Because we trust the police now? When did we start trusting the police?
No, but when he's talking to other white folks about when not to drink, that's what you should.
Well, I'm telling you, because I did this whole thing a couple weeks ago when I was trying to switch from Red Bull.
But see, and that's the thing. Like, it's apparently the cyanide element comes from like a human sludge, like basically like factory or whatever. So it's. I'll send you the video so you can see it.
I don't want it.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Apple seeds contain a compound called amygdalin. When amygdalin is ingested, it's broken down in the body to cyanide, sugar, and benzoylide. Those are big words.
And so that's why you don't eat the whole apple. You don't even eat the core. Like, why would you eat the seeds?
My brother used to do that, man. I have a twin brother. He's just weird. He's like, I'm gonna eat the whole entire apple. He ate the whole thing.
I eat whole potatoes. Like, if they're baked, I'll eat the whole thing.
Well, I mean, that's fine. It's just the skin. Like, that's fine.
Ciao.
All right.
Well, moving on. Super Mario cereal is a real breakfast cereal at Kellogg's, which I don't care about. Sweet rolls from Skyrim.
I would eat that. I like cereal.
Super Mario cereal? Yeah, I
like cereal.
Have you seen Skyrim? They got the sweet rolls. Fans have made countless real world recipes of that. And then the theme, the Breaking Bad themed cocktail bar with blue meth candy, it exists as well, which I'd probably try that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, that sounds good. All right, so now we're gonna go into our next section called debates and discussions. We're gonna do the fun debates and hypotheticals. The first one is a question that I'm gonna pose to both you guys, and I'll give you guys time to think by starting with my answer. Who is the drunkest fictional character? I'm gonna just put it the easy, low-hanging fruit right out there. Barney from The Simpsons, always drunk at Moe's. His burp is iconic because he's always drinking. He slurs every speech possible, and his eyes can't find one thing at the same time. So, like it has designed his entire body, has been designed by alcohol and laziness. And so I think Barney is like, there is not a time when he is not drunk, except for I think there was like one episode one time where he sobered up and he was like the coolest guy ever. But like his character is by default drunk. And he's also by default found at a bar at all times. That is just where he is. It's like 90% of all times with Barney is at the bar or on the ground outside the bar.
I am going to say I have so many drunk people. But right now, I'm going to go with Brian. That's who came to my head first.
The dog?
Brian, the dog on Family Guy.
He be drinking.
He stayed with a martini. Sometimes he can handle it, sometimes he don't, but he always drinking.
I can get behind Brian. Brian be drinking. He ain't
Brian be drinking.
He be drinking. He holds it well though.
That's why that's my spirit animal.
Like
I don't
literally
say spirit animal anymore, but I relate.
Yeah, I get you. You feel Brian. Like you feel the energy of Brian and what Brian represents.
Yeah.
Sir, you over there in deep thought.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of people who are drunker than Barney, because you're right, his character by default is in a bar, and I can't think of any other bar characters. But the
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow and Bender are both on that list.
Bender.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a list. I'm trying to think of a character that's not on that list. And Thor
in Endgame. He was drunk.
Thor in Endgame. Yeah, he was drunk, but I can't help but to think of Thor in the God of War game. That was a pretty cool depiction of him.
I really like that Thor. I mean, that was the beginning of the newest. He was right in the beginning, right? You fought him outside in the circle thing.
Yeah.
That was the beginning. That was.
Aquaman is pretty bad too.
You said what?
Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Aquaman up there.
I mean, if anybody can remember a DC movie, so.
No, we just remember Jason Momoa.
That's a strong we. That's a strong we.
I was speaking for the community.
The community. Hilarious.
If you said Denzel in Flight.
I give you that. I will give you that. That is a good call out. That is a great call out. Yeah. That man was drunk.
But if we're doing that, then like, what's it called? What is it? Happy with with Stabler. Remember Happy? He was a detective and he was following around an imaginary friend.
You said
It had like 4 seasons.
What's about?
It's called Happy. He was a regular guy, but he had a cartoon sidekick because they were trying to find a missing girl. Child, all right.
I got nothing.
To the Googles.
I got
but that wasn't that was Drugs. I was gonna say House.
Oh yeah,
Bad Santa.
Yeah.
But that was
Billy Bob Thornton, Bad Santa.
Billy Bob Thornton was bad.
That's one of my favorite. That is my favorite Christmas movie. Bad Santa all day. Like,
really?
Oh yeah, it has everything. It has Bernie in it. It has. Oh, I love that movie. Happy. No, I've never seen that movie or show.
Jesus,
it's a show. It had a couple seasons.
I never heard
of it. And that's what you say, Stabler. I'm like,
yeah,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, Stabler.
No,
he never... Stabler and not his character from Oz, but yeah, Stabler. Chris Maloney.
Looking like the Undertaker in that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
See that? I can see that.
But nah, like I don't know. I couldn't think of any like drunk characters. But you talk about drugs. Ooh, that's a whole nother segment.
Rick and Morty. Rick.
Yeah. Was he drunk or on drugs?
He's a drunk. He's just always drooling and.
Have you guys watched what's it called? Like Chicago Aunt, or what is it? Because she's drunk all the time too. It's a cartoon. Or the dude in Big Mouth.
He's coming at you right now. She said, "Why Vanessa don't know the name of nothing?"
Because I watch too much shit, hippie. You know I watch everything. I'm old, child. I can't keep the names.
See, if you stay consistent with one thing.
Don't.
Chicago Party Aunt. I didn't know it. I said Chicago Aunt. Chicago Party Aunt. She was drunk as shit.
See, Vanessa's gonna be the one that's gonna see Captain America and be like, Black Falcon.
Listen. Hey. Mind your business now.
All right, so the next question I would ask, I'm only want to ask because I have a good answer for it. Oh wait, yeah, I've seen that. Is which fictional chef would you trust to cook you a 5-star meal? I have an answer, but if you want me, I don't have to go first. It's up to you guys if you want to go first.
No, go ahead, because I have one, but I think I want another one.
Well, I mean, have you guys seen I should know the name of them. I'm acting like you know, Vanessa. What is the name of the bear? Lip.
Mm-hmm.
The guy. Yeah, the bear. That guy, the main chef I'm like, make me this, please. He will take, yes, absolutely. That man takes food very seriously. Studied it professionally. He can't be messed with. I will take something from the bear. And I know him as Lip from whatever the other show he was on.
I'll see your bear.
Okay.
And raise you Hannibal.
So you can eat people? I don't want nothing from that man.
That's not what was on that show. That show was all about the culinary arts. If you watch that show and see how well he meticulously put that plate together, you'd want to eat
with brains.
Hey, there's a delicacy somewhere.
You know what?
I didn't think I'd be speechless today, but you win, bro. I
will take your bear. I will take your nasty Hannibal cannibalism. And I will raise you the menu. Because any food that's worth 37 people dying, I want to try it.
Okay.
Y'all. Okay. Y'all took this. How did y'all take this so dark? How did y'all take this so dark? Like, I literally just like, there's a food show. That's really cool. I want to try this food.
They say this food is to die for a reason.
And then both of y'all, one of you talking about eating humans, and the other one is talking about dying from it, literally.
But the food was delightful, and he let the little girl go who wasn't a part of the bullshit. He said, "Take this best burger you've ever had in your life, and get on out of here. Go on now, before I get to killing people."
I know Hippie planned this when she cast today. She's like, "There's gonna be a moment where Brennan's gonna be speechless and not know what to do because some wild shit's gonna be going down." And here we are. We have made it to that moment. Both of y'all are terrible. I just want
What's
you guys
crazy is that you're speechless over movies that actually happen. But when we said just breathe through it, you were fine.
I walked away. What are you talking about? I walked away, and then I was not fine. I gave a whole speech about how y'all need to behave and change the subject. What do you mean I was fine? You would have found one. Both of y'all was good. I was losing my shit, and you over here trying to bring it back like I didn't. He's on camera. Like, what are you talking about? Hippie, you gonna pay for this. That's all I gotta say. I have another question now, is what I'm gonna do, since neither one of y'all shit. What is the best fictional fast food chain? Period. I have no idea, to be honest. I'll say is the one that has the best marketing in my brain that lives rent-free is Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That lives rent-free in my head forever. I don't even want a Good Burger, but I'll never forget Good Burger because they had entire movies made off of a skit of another show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
that's hard.
Yeah, go ahead, say something inappropriate, y'all. Go ahead, tell us something terrible. What you got?
Because for some reason I can't think of the name of it, but whatever was being eaten on Ben 10 was something that my mind immediately went to. I don't even know why.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Oh, here we go. Is it terrible or is this like some regular stuff?
First of all, mind your motherfucking business.
It's not my business when it's not my business when you about to tell us all. How you like, hey, I'm about to tell you everything. Mind your business. Like, wait, what?
Wherever, hold
Mr.
on, let me find it.
What's Mr. Smoothie? I don't know what that is.
Okay, wherever.
Thank you. I was getting ready to say, like, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
So just fast food or like just restaurants? It has to be a fast food place?
Give me a restaurant since you got something. Oh, that's right. The name, it escapes you, even though you were just literally.
The restaurant's not coming up in the mayor of Kingstown, wherever Jeremy Renner be going to get his barbecue from. I trust that black man.
That I couldn't. I think I watched like maybe 4 episodes of that and didn't really get into it.
He's just old and bald and talk shit, and he making barbecue. I trust him.
Wow. I mean, I'm not mad about that. Actually, that one doesn't.
You are a hater, Hippie.
Hippie said that the Celsius is killing Vanessa.
Okay, here's what people don't understand who don't know me. The amount of television that I consume is ridiculous. So all the worlds meld together.
Listen, I feel you on that because I watch TV as I drive. And like, cause I
What?
Safe.
Hold on. What?
What's the difference between looking at your phone for your GPS or the screen in your GPS and just having something play?
The GPS talk to you.
Does the TV not talk to you?
You don't have to look at it.
It's telling you where to go. It's giving you reference points of where you are. It's not a whole different world that you disappear into.
But that's the thing. I'm not. Am I disappearing into it, or is it on so I can get through the story?
You know what? Ask the police that pull you over. Ask them how they feel about watching TV while you drive.
Because mind you, like I got through.
You're like the person that I'm training. Like I'm gonna make sure that my son, never drives like you. I'm like, do never ever watch anything while you are driving this 2,000-pound missile.
Brennan, how old are you?
Attention when you are driving.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 38.
You're 38. That means that you were around when we started texting while driving.
It was terrifying.
Listen,
it was a terrifying time.
And it still is because a lot of people don't be paying attention to nothing. But all I'm saying is I had a sidekick.
I don't understand. I don't understand
one of my
sidekicks making right now. Your argument is I got I risked my life and everyone's around me for a long time.
Being able to prioritize driving while doing other things has been something that's been ingrained in us millennials for decades now. So having something on, whether it's a podcast, whether it's GPS, we are splitting our attention. We're splitting our attention, whereas the driving part is 80%, while the TV part is like 10%, while the GPS is like another 10%.
Vanessa, please tell me you're with me.
Listen, I got both of y'all beat and used to drive around with my CD book, doing makeup, looking through the Thomas Guide for directions, all of the shit. However, it's different now because whether you grew up doing it or not, one, that's watching TV. You can't take your eyes away from the road. I could take my ears away from the road, but my eyes need to see what's happening on the TV, and they can't simultaneously do that.
And that's why I don't do anything subbed.
No.
When I'm driving.
All right, guys, make your choice. That is the next section of this one right here. Because, good Lord, thank you, Vanessa. We're gonna get into the make your choice. We got 5 different categories of food that you can get. Which one you taking and why? Because goddamn,
that is a tasty burger.
I've been fighting with this.
I can't believe there's green eggs and ham on this. Well, we already know what Vanessa's gonna pick. I see down in the bottom right corner, number 4.
Yeah,
right, but I'm a little torn.
Between?
I'm torn. Ugh.
Oh man.
So here's I'm actually not really torn because pound for pound, I do the sandwiches and I would do 4, but beef ribs are my favorite. So I'm sure dinosaur ribs are amazing. That's up in 3.
It's number 3 all day. It's number 3 all day.
And lasagna is delicious.
Candy in there too. You got Willy Wonka's special candy there too. Like,
I don't know what that candy's gonna do.
That's the fun part.
No, what? As much as you talk about like Butterbeer from Harry Potter, you're okay with not knowing what kind of. Think about the jelly beans, my guy. Like, no, you know what I mean? No.
Do you not remember that movie? He was like, "This is the thing that I've been developing. This is the greatest candy of all time." You don't want to. So you telling me the Willy Wonka comes up to your black ass? That guy in that suit in his factory comes up to you, surrounded by chocolate rivers, and says, "This is the greatest candy that I've ever made, and I built this whole land." And you're gonna be like, "Nah, I'm good."
That's how you end up in the back of a white van. I'm not trying.
I'm thinking like, am I black? I was gonna ask a question. Am I black while this is happening?
Right. I'm not taking candy from a weird man who doesn't have no friends and talks to get them what them things are?
Oompa Loompas.
All day.
The only color
to live sometimes.
like, no, see, like the only color people around him are orange. Nah.
Look, you're making valid points. I'm not gonna lie. All of your points are valid. I'm still taking the shit.
And the last person who wanted some candy ended up a blueberry. I don't want to be a blueberry.
He told her not to eat that. Like, he said, "Don't do this," and she was like, "I do what I want." You know what I'm saying? She turned her way into being a blueberry. That wasn't
exactly.
on
him. And then honestly, me, I would go with number 2 because that does look like a tasty burger. And then I would have a bunch of other like candlesticks and a bunch of other like, ornaments around me, making me food for the rest of my life as a beast. Come on, if you're feeding a beast, you could feed a human, and you can never go hungry. Think about that.
That's a good
argument. You know what I'm saying? And then like as far as like the reptile bar, those kids were tripping on Rugrats for that.
That show holds up, by the way. That show holds up.
It does. And then the Grinch. The Grinch is mad at everything but dinner. Come on.
First and foremost, don't do that. Don't do that. Because that scene right there is at the end when he had his heart. So that doesn't even count. Like the whole movie, he wasn't happy about dinner. He wasn't happy about nothing.
Yeah, the food was trash all the way up until the end.
And at the end, that's when he's serving it to everybody else. So you don't get that one. It was funny, but you don't get that one.
You know what's not
here? Though. What's up?
Which wasn't on any of them, was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. You could have whatever you want.
That's a good point. Yo, that's actually.
You can have whatever you want whenever.
Yeah. I mess with that. So wait, so what's our pick? So are you staying, Vanessa? Did you stick with number 4?
I'm staying with 4.
I got 3, and you number 2 over there.
Yeah, but what is Shaggy holding?
A sandwich, the double, triple layer sandwiches.
Nah, man.
I could put any toppings I want on a sandwich all the time while having Princess Tiana over here cooking some New Orleans stuff.
Oh see, thing is, I'm a dare kid, so the only reason why he's eating that sandwich is because he's high as shit. So I can't rock with it.
You're a dare kid?
I'm a dare kid.
Does that mean that you
at the end of the dare era?
I've never smoked anything a day in my life. No.
But the thing is, like there was like a study put out that dare is like the one that introduced most kids to drugs.
Yeah, we didn't know what drugs were.
I didn't know what they were until dare came in, and I was like, "What is this weed stuff?" I might try that one. The rest of these sound terrible, but that weed one, they didn't really say anything bad about that one. They just said it's a gateway. That's all they said. They didn't say they didn't say anything bad about it. They just said that one will get you into other ones. Like, well, if that one's that good.
Hippie asked, was it a Reagan program? And it was his wife. After he brought in crack cocaine to the blacks. Then he was like, now give them some T-shirts.
Yo, wifey, clean up my mess. Kind of. Don't do it. Don't really clean it up.
Yeah, I was a dare kid too.
I was too. I was a dare kid, but they didn't mean nothing. A police officer came to my school once a year to tell us that we shouldn't do stuff, and we was like, "All right, thanks, bye." Like, that was the dare program in my school. That's what it went. That's what it worked like. They were like, "You shouldn't do these things," and I was just like, "That green shit look good." Like, the rest of that looks scary. That green shit look good.
Listen, you had to pick a side.
All right, guys. Now we're gonna spin the wheel. Aren't you guys excited? Let's get it. So we're gonna spin this wheel and we're gonna answer music.
What music was that?
This is fun.
Said, if you could collab with any restaurant like Travis Scott, McDonald's, or Meg Thee Stallion and Popeyes, what would it be? Which would it be? I'm gonna go. I don't know. Anybody have a low-hanging fruit answer? Y'all both deep in thought. I looked up. Both of y'all was doing this. Both of y'all was like.
I'm going like
thought face.
Somebody from the Landry's company. So that's Mastro's, the Ocean Air, like a steakhouse.
Oh wow.
Okay.
All right. If we're doing that, then I would do anything that's like a Korean barbecue type deal.
Dang, you took I was gonna say Studio Ghibli, Korean barbecue and sushi. That's what I was gonna say. You know,
they're called, we got one on this side here in Baltimore or Maryland area that's called the Honey Pig.
You know what?
And that was
Hippie, I want another question too. Let's do another one. Like that was difficult. Let's try that again. And this music's gonna be fun again. Here we go. It goes so fast.
What cartoon
character has the best signature meal?
The
best signature meal. I'm gonna say Popeye with spinach.
The best?
That's the best. When I'm saying like the best experience, like the entire show was based off of this two eating it. Like, so for me, it was the best in regards to the show by far. Like all in. Like my man was just like, oh no, the woman's in trouble. There's a bad guy who's gonna take her from me, and the world's about to end. I'm gonna eat a little spinach and destroy everyone. Like, you can't tell me the spinach industry did not create Popeye. You can't tell me they didn't. Big Spinach winning that back then.
I gotta say, honey from Winnie the Pooh.
You can't live off of just honey.
Because like there's so many implications for that as an adult.
God damn.
You know, you can't
every time. I was like, oh my God, honey. I was so excited.
Spinach sexy. You could turn honey sexy though.
Why everything gotta turn sexy?
This man needed to rub one out before we did this episode. It did not happen.
Listen.
It's okay, man. We get it.
I'll tell you what's not sexy is the Winnie the Pooh blood and honey live action horror film.
Oh,
you watched that?
Did you watch it?
I watch everything. I used to have a podcast called What Don't You Watch.
Was it scary?
No, it was trash.
Yeah, they literally made that because of the copyright thing. You know, like the statute of limitations. Statute of limitations, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
I have two.
What you got?
And it's either gonna be what we talked about earlier, the turtles and the pizza.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
Or for like deliciousness, Garfield. Lasagna, Italian.
Word.
There has to have been a Garfield lasagna. There's no way no one made Garfield lasagna.
Word.
That is, I agree. I 1000% agree.
Yeah,
that. If they're like, this is Garfield's lasagna, I'm like, sold.
I need it. I need to know the ingredients. I need to know all of the things.
If Cleo was here right now, he'd say those same words. He would say, I need it.
So
I need it.
Question. Garfield or Heathcliff?
I think
Heathcliff.
I
enjoyed Heathcliff more than I had more Garfield in my life. That's how I feel about it.
I feel like older people, like people older than me, like my dude's favorite cartoon was Heathcliff. And I was more Garfield, but I liked Heathcliff.
Why did you like Heathcliff? Like, it's because he was a heathen?
It was just more entertaining to me. I just enjoyed it more. It's just like, it seemed more real. Whereas like Garfield just seemed like he was
A talking cat seemed more real. Okay.
Garfield's a talking cat. What are you talking about?
Bro, you just said that the specification was it seemed more real.
No, but I'm saying like it seemed like more of a real personality. Like more of a, because everything's personification, what we're talking about.
Okay.
So it felt like Heathcliff was more of a real person than Garfield. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're both personified, like humans as cats. So I'm just saying it felt more like Heathcliff felt more like a real human, where Garfield just was unrealistic. You know what I'm saying?
Garfield was an ornery old man stuck in a cat's body, just eating his lasagna and whatnot.
Lazy, fat asshole. That's what Garfield was.
He was tired.
Lazy.
Once you get in your fours, you're gonna understand that sometimes you're just fucking tired. You don't want to see Monday.
You're right. Vanessa, you're right. That would have been the best branding deal for like Chef Boyardee back in the day. You know what I mean? The Chef Boyardee Garfield lasagna in the can.
Yes,
like, that would have been dope.
All right. Well,
Odie had ADHD. He was
tired of this shit.
Yeah, he was honored.
I liked Odie in that show. I was like, Odie's the real one here.
You like crackhead?
Yes, Odie was hilarious. I was like, Odie was always like focused. Like, this is what we're doing.
See, there's a show topic for you right there. Is the best character, your best cartoon character dogs. So you got Odie, you got Courage. You know what I mean? Like you got like,
Courage is so slept on. Courage the Cowardly Dog is one of the greatest cartoons ever made to me. Like it is so entertaining when I go back and watch it. Like this show is so ridiculous. Like how it just starts off just like we're just chilling, and it's like by the end of it, like aliens are about to blow up the earth, and then they resolve it all in like 20 minutes. Like and it all makes sense. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a crazy pacing or anything. Like it's just like, nope, we're gonna get there. It's cool.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Courage goes crazy. Have you ever seen Courage the Cowardly Dog? Yeah, you know what it is.
See, I was just thinking like, between Courage and Odie and Rocco what was Rocco?
He's a wallaby.
A wallaby.
Yeah, Rocco's a wallaby.
Is that an Australian dog though?
No. Like that's a dingo. Dingo is an Australian dog.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
The reason I know this, I've been to Australia and like they make it very clear. Like that's a wallaby, that's a dingo, that's a kangaroo. And I'll tell you right now, wallabies and kangaroos look very similar. They're just different sizes.
Oh.
That's why Rocco looks like a kangaroo. If you think about it.
I can't wait to fight a kangaroo.
You say fight?
Yeah, that's one of my things. Is when I have money, when I get a chance to fight a kangaroo. That's my thing.
All
right, let's put up the He-Man pics. We got to do it. You can't say I want to fight a kangaroo without putting up the He-Man pics.
I'm going to fight a kangaroo like that because come on, you play Tekken. You hate Roger too. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you want to fight one?
Like, I can
there's a lot of reasons. The biggest one is their claws. I'll start with that. Like they can open up your stomach pretty easily. I'll
say this. I take back my previous statement. I fully understand why you have had sex in your life.
Yeah.
Mystery. It's been a great episode. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Vanessa Graddick, she came out here winning. Demetrius, He-Man, Holt. We had us a good time. Thank you guys for coming on How to Nerd. Where can people find you? What are you guys up to these days? You go ahead and start. Vanessa needs to catch her breath. Go ahead, bro.
Right now we are okay. So you can find me at Hellspawn_cosplay on Instagram and Hellspawn on TikTok. The team and I from Blurred Station, if you go to blurredstation.com, you will see a lot of content because we have just completed a live stream from BlurredCon where you can see many of interviews and a lot of different content that happened throughout that weekend. That would just happen like 2 weeks ago. As far as Blurred and Powerful, that is my website where I list all of the Black-owned comic book conventions within the country. So if you need a comprehensive list to find out where you can support a Black-owned business that houses 70 Black-owned businesses between artists, vendors, and creatives all together, go to blurredandpowerful.com. So yeah, that's our green book for Black-owned comic book conventions.
Nice. Thank you for that. Vanessa, have you caught your breath? Are you ready to give us?
I am fine, sir. Don't be a hater all your life.
Have you not met me? Go on, please continue.
It's just Vanessa Graddick on everything. Just follow me. Shows are always happening, and I post them. So there's that.
Super dope. Let's check her out. You guys know who I am at Brennon Producers. We out here. Shout out to Cleo again. You know, he gonna be back real soon. All right, but before we go, the last thing is living in the space of nerddom. Before we started filming today, some exceptionally nerdy things happened where I gave a compliment to this brother Demetrius. I was like, bro, like that's a really great wall setup you have there. And your response was what again, sir?
I've been collecting this stuff since I was 4, and my mom collected Barbies when she was younger, so she just kind of passed that on to me. And she was like, if you're gonna get one of one set, you got to get all of the set. So she was like, let's go to KB toy stores and start doing this. And that's why I have this. So
what is this? Show us
okay.
This.
So behind me is a lot of like the toys that you would see at the mall at KB toy stores, right? And then from there, you would see stuff that normally wouldn't be, like, you know, all the different Optimus Primes, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and Voltron from the 80s. And then you got I'm only collecting the Zords from the Zordon era from Power Rangers. Okay. There's my original Castle Grayskull. And then all the other helmets and stuff for cosplay. And then like
you're missing Vanessa's comment. I'm sorry, Vanessa is hilarious. Oh my god, Vanessa!
Take it over. Hey, listen. I had to give up a girlfriend because she wanted me to get rid of all this stuff. I was like, I can't be with you. I can't.
No, if she didn't understand, then she didn't understand.
She didn't. No, she didn't.
You get
so yeah. So yeah, all the Spawn stuff, and then. There, you got your real Ghostbusters, Xena Warrior Princess, all like the.
What's that big red thing?
That's Spawn.
That's Spawn. Okay, so it's hard to see it. Oh, okay, I see it now. Got it. Yep, got it.
So there's that, and then over here is like you see. If you remember that movie, Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, there was a Turbo Man, like.
There's a one-piece hat on the floor.
And then,
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff from when they came back out in 1999 or 1998, 1997. I got a lot of different storms because.
I have a question for you, sir, and I think you're gonna have. I think you might have a hard time doing this. I hope it does challenge you. If you had to maximize the income, how much money do you think that room is worth?
Well. The toys.
I know.
Any toy collector will tell you a toy is only worth as much as someone will pay for it.
Yep.
Right. So honestly, with what I've seen them sell to this day, like at conventions or whatever, I could say that this room alone, not counting the stuff that I have in the rest of my basement, I could say this is about at least $500,000. Some of the stuff is about $500,000, and then like
you have an insured out of curiosity because I live in California. Like that fire come through, you'd be the person outside. Yeah.
I do have insurance on my house. As far as having this stuff itemized, not quite yet. I'm waiting until I get a few more pieces before I do that because I want to have it done all at once.
Well, thank you for sharing that. First of all, that's exceptionally nerdy.
I'm looking at her.
Like shot glasses.
Like I have sex. You see this? This is how you know it goes down.
This is how you know.
Like panties.
It's a shot glass for everybody. I'm playing. That's not.
Whoa!
Wow! Hey,
that's not the truth.
Vanessa.
That would be hilarious though.
Huh?
You're still a rookie.
All right, guys, that was All Too Nerd into the Nerdverse. Thank you so much, guys, for being here again, and we'll catch y'all the next time when people can behave better. Peace.